Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne, and this is a behind-the-scenes commercial container video. So I want to feature two of the big jobs we're doing, Albert's Jewelers, as well as Albanese. So we're going to be doing these two jobs. This job we're partnered with RLM, and the Albanese job will be partnered with Molder. So what I'm showing you here, you see the raw containers of what we're starting with. So the other Wayne is actually starting to do the fresh cuts on all the greenery. So he'll be doing that on the larger material here and all the small stuff. And again, we want those cuts made so that when they're in contact with the soil, they're going to absorb quite a bit of moisture. Let me run you through the stages that we go through on these commercial planters. So here we've got the empty planters. Then we go on to the treetops. So you want to start with the biggest items. And I'm going to vary the treetop arrangement in each planter because I feel like that makes the planters so much more exciting. That was centered. These are right and left. And then we have combination planters here where we have just a little mix of the treetops. From there, I'm going to go on to large pieces of spruce. And those large pieces of spruce are going to be put in their entirety, again, fresh cuts, and laid over the top so that they kind of hang and drape over the edges. And this will give us our first base layering for the containers to cover the soil. Donna's working on the next stage, which is detailing and putting the last of the Norway on to cover the soil, and then she's actually putting upright branches of Fraser fir. So that's really filling in these planters very nicely. Alexis behind the camera then went on to our next stage as we get a little bit further down here, and that's a matter of putting in the Oregonia to give it some great variegated foliage there, as well as the texture of this Austrian pine, which is giving it some long needles and creating some really cool texture. As we get a little further down here, we've added a few accents. So you see some of that in these containers. And as we come down to the very end over here, this one has a little bit of everything in it. It's got the juniper for accent. It has that arborvitae that we just talked about. And then we have the hanging over the edge incense cedar, just kind of soften the edges. Alexis, Don, and I have finished accessorizing, so you kind of see the accents here. The red and the gold are coordinated with the store. So they're really nicely done out here with the ornaments and the sticks and the eucalyptus, the bows. And then each container again is slightly different, making it just a little more exciting when you come into the store. And then finally looking at the couple entry containers here as well. And you can see the store in the background with all their red and gold accents. This is one of our largest accounts, Albanese. So Dana, tell us a little bit about this project.
So we are out here working with Molder Outdoors. This is their account. So we come out and help them out with the winter install for Albanese. So this is our third seasonal change out we do out here every year.
So we have the team out here right now. Everyone's working on giving us a fresh cut on all the bulk greenery that we brought with us today. We're working on our first step, which is the Norway spruce here. And then we also have some Austrian pine, some noble fir, and we have some arborvitae that we're working with today that'll give us some great texture.
Let's take a look at the before. The beds are just being blanketed now with the Norway spruce. And so if you can kind of see here, the beds were cleaned and they are bare here. And by the time we're done, we're going to have all this texture and all these great greens on here. It's probably going to be close to about 1,000 pounds of greenery out here. Again, various textures and so forth, and the decor will be added, and this place is going to look fantastic for the holidays. We're finishing up the last of the planters here by the Employee Center. Dana's doing the sticks, Maggie's assisting. We got the ribbon in there, some really great decor in red and gold. You can kind of see some of the different beds here. Flip around here to the raised planter. Again, a mix of greens. Deuce behind the camera was in charge of the arborvitae. Scott was with us as well. The whole team from Molder Outdoors did this in about a 6-hour period with a crew of about 10 people. So quite a bit. You've got a few more planters in through here on the Employee Center. Again, nice little accents in the center of them. And here the tree groupings with a lot of the decor, and just taking one look down the line. And this is quite an extensive job. and it really turned out nicely. Let's do a high five, Dana.
Woo!
We got her done. Great crew today,
Yes.
beautiful day. The place looks fantastic. Let's just take a little bit of walk through here. Look at the circle planter and some of the accents through here. Really nicely done. Focal points throughout the arrangement. Dana, anything you want to add to it?
We just went with more of a traditional color scheme this year, and it ties nicely into the candy store's color scheme that they already had going on. So definitely stop by and check it out sometime.
Definitely. So it's been great day, great group.
Yes.
So we want to thank you for joining Wednesdays with Wayne, sponsored by Niemeyer's Landscape Supply. And remember, beautiful landscapes start here.